Hello and welcome to Character Unlock episode 82. I'm hosting this time around, John, and with me, as always, is Mr. Brooker. Brooks, how are we, sir?
I am all right, mate. I am all right. How about yourself?
Yeah, I'm good. You know what? I actually have an advent calendar this year of hot chocolate from
Okay.
Wittards,
From
and
retards?
sure, from Wittards.
Oh, from retards. So what the fuck is a retard hot chocolate?
I, you know what? It's probably a real thing. So far I've had what was the first one was just a luxury hot chocolate, which was like a really nice Belgian thing.
Okay.
Uh, Day two was white chocolate one. Yesterday was salted caramel.
Ooh. Did it
And
taste good?
today it tasted really good. And today was Rocky Road.
Okay.
So it kind of tasted like cherry marshmallow type.
Nice. Did it come with like little marshmallow bits to put in the top?
No, it didn't, unfortunately. But the salted caramel one yesterday did like have like little tiny caramel flakes in it that got stuck in my teeth. It was a bit weird. You're drinking something and you can just feel it just glistening over your teeth. I have it on good authority that I think tomorrow's is peanut butter.
Oh, that could be interesting.
So it's like a Reese's hot chocolate.
I'm a sucker for a bit salted caramel.
Yeah.
As we speak, I have a dairy milk, dark milk in front of me, salted caramel flavour. Have you come across the dark milks?
I have. Weren't they just called Bourneville back in the day?
No, no, because Bourneville is dark chocolate
Yeah.
and dairy milk is milk chocolate.
Yeah.
Dark milk is a mixture of both. So it's like a slightly smoother dark chocolate.
So it's dark chocolate with a tiny amount of milk in it.
Pretty
Slightly
much.
less milk in it than a milk chocolate.
Yeah.
Although, don't Cadbury's not call it chocolate, the dairy milk, because there's not enough cocoa in it or something?
I don't know.
Pretty sure that their branding actually just doesn't say chocolate on it because of that.
But this is like when you look at the ingredients on your hot dogs. It's a bad thing to do if you like hot dogs.
Nobody looks at the ingredients on hot dogs.
I
Because
do,
that's the
which is
point.
why I didn't eat hot dogs for fucking years.
And then you realise that, you know what? I don't care about 98% mechanically separated meat.
Well, the fact is, I do. So now I buy stupid expensive hot dogs and like 80% pork.
Hmm.
So they're basically fucking sausages,
Yeah.
and they're really good.
No, I don't care. Hot dogs are hot dogs. I've had enough vegetarians try and convert me to vegetarianism or veganism, and every single one of them I've turned around and said, I've walked through an abattoir. You won't be able to convert me.
Oh no, it's got nothing to do with that. I like to eat quality meat.
Yeah, I suppose.
Mechanically reclaimed is not quality.
No.
It's an anus stuck on a hip bone.
Yeah, it's like that. Which one was it? Saw 3 or Saw 2? The chap who was like sitting in a pool underneath where a load of pigs were being sent through a mechanical separator.
I believe that was 3 or 4. So, yeah.
Yeah, it's one of the few things I saw that I do remember.
Hmm.
Oh, I think it was 4 because it was the dude who was trying to save like his staff from being shot in the face with a shotgun.
I think it was 4. I know these films pretty well. So 3, it happens at the same time frame as 3, but from a different perspective, which is why I get them confused. I'm pretty sure it's 4.
Yeah.
Funny story about that bit. So the dude who's tied to the bottom of like this giant, what is essentially a barrel that's going to have a load of fucking pig guts thrown into it.
Yeah.
So the actor that was stuck to the bottom of that, he said to Darren Lynn Bousman, the guy that made Saws 2, 3, and 4, and is currently making the new Saw, you're not fucking throwing pig guts all over me. You're just not. I'm not having it. Get the stunt double in. Just no. And Bousman went, yeah, no worries. Not a problem at all. And then set the fucking machine going off anyway. So
Nice.
the screams you see of the actor's screams you see in that film are legitimate terrified screams because he's got fucking diced up pig guts being thrown at him. brilliant.
Well, yeah, makes sense. It, it's a bit like what the first Die Hard, where they said that they're going to drop him on 3 and then drop him on 2. So it's like
Yeah,
the real fear of actually being dropped.
yeah,
Or shit, I think the episode with the pranks on Friends, right at the end, where they throw the dummy of Ross down the stairs.
yeah.
It's like Jennifer Aniston didn't know that's what was going to happen.
Outstanding.
So, yeah, sometimes you just need to do that to actors.
Yeah.
Otherwise, you're just not going to get the right response.
Apparently, he was being a right fucking douchebag about it as well, and
Well, yeah, he's a minor character in a Saw film. Of course,
yeah,
he's going to be a right. Of course, he doesn't deserve anyone's respect.
yeah. But he, yeah, apparently he was being a right douchebag about it. So Bowsman just went, nah, fuck it. Well, no, his producer apparently went, nah, fuck it, just do it. And Bowsman went, all right. So he did. Yeah. Welcome to the Character Unlocked Saw episode.
Yeah, well, there is a Saw video game.
There is. It's not good.
No, I don't imagine it would be.
I've played it. It's kind of crap.
Yeah, that's what I was expecting.
How have you done? How was your Black Friday then, mate?
So my Black Friday was a little expensive.
What did you buy?
Nothing that like important. Well, no, that's a lie. I bought a new chair, which, if you remember from the last episode, was awfully creaky. That
Yeah,
sounded.
it basically sounded like constantly somebody was sneaking out of a trapdoor behind you.
Yep. So now I've got a new chair and I'm moving around like I used to, and it's not creaky. But there's one minor downfall to this one. So it's got one of those like attachable leg rests. It slides out from the bottom of the chair,
Yeah.
and just like you just fold it over. Well, it doesn't actually fold under the chair fully. So, despite it's kind of like always just half sticking out, so it's pushing into the backs of my calves
Oh,
just a little bit. It's kind of annoying. It's not massive.
so when you say your Black Friday was expensive, you're actually saying the price of your Black Friday was the ability to walk.
Yeah, I guess so. But and I also haven't quite worked out how to sort the tension on the back of the chair. So if I push the lever to make it so that I can lean and like slide back, well, lean back on the chair,
Yeah.
I don't know how to sort the tension, so it's like goes all the way back
Nice.
until I hit something.
So do
But
you keep,
when
do you keep
when I've got
almost falling off the back of your chair?
well, it's not so bad because I've got my bed directly behind my chair, so if I lean back, I just hit that.
Fair enough.
It was pretty comfy. Well, I'm sitting in it now and I'm just leaning back slightly. Got my footrest out, so I've actually got my feet up in the air.
Nice.
So it's nice. What else did I get? Oh, I got all of my Christmas presents sorted.
Good man. I pretty much did the same thing.
So I even got Christmas presents for the girls in my office.
I
I
haven't
say the
gone
girls
quite
in my
that
office
far.
like there's actually like other people. It's just me and the 3 women in my office. So it's not so. It's not like I just went. Yeah, I got stuff for the girls, but none of the guys. There are no other guys.
I say, yeah, I'm not going quite that far. There's like 40 other people in my office. So
Yeah. I wouldn't even do it just for your team.
no,
'Cause
I did buy
there's still too many of you on your team.
I did buy one of our team an advent calendar.
Was it Mark?
It was
Yeah.
because
Is-
he kept going on about he thought our line manager should be buying advent calendars for the team, and
Wow.
then he kept saying he wanted an advent calendar at work and wouldn't shut the fuck up about it. So Saturday, while I was at Tesco's after work, I was like, oh yeah, look, there's an advent calendar here for 75p. So I got it for him, mate.
Yep.
I wouldn't eat chocolate out of a 75p calendar.
I probably wouldn't eat a chocolate bar that was 75p.
Well, I mean that would be fine. Like a Snickers, 60p. That's fine. I'm okay with that. But
Snickers is only 60p.
well,
Wow.
well, it's been a while since I bought a Snickers.
So it wouldn't be one of those duo Snickers, though, would it?
No.
Those are like, yeah.
But I mean, for 70p, that's about the cost of the cardboard to make the calendar. The chocolate,
Yeah.
there's maybe 2p worth of chocolate in the thing, but yeah, it made him happy. So
It would be slightly worse than cheap knockoff gold coin chocolate,
yeah,
and everyone knows that gold coin chocolate is usually the worst chocolate.
but you know, his face lit up when he saw it.
Oh,
it was almost the same smile as when we were
he saw
abroad together and he was
he
allowed to
saw
go
a
to
McDonald's.
McDonald's.
This is a man who only smiles when he sees a McDonald's.
Yes, yes. Uh,
Uh, anything? What else? Did I get anything else for Black Friday stuff? No, not really. There was nothing really worthwhile buying from what I was looking at. I
Fair
was
enough.
looking at a couple of like the Amazon accessory stuff, and I thought, do I need any more light bulbs? Nah. So I don't need a laptop. I don't need any TVs. I really didn't want to go out of my way to buy a load of fucking sweets for no reason. Didn't need a all of the computer mouse that I saw on Amazon were pretty shit. So yeah, I bought a chair. That's
Fair
about it.
enough.
There was a lot more boxes turned up than that, which is kind of weird. I'm just starting to feel like I might have bought more stuff and just didn't realize.
Oh, I've had a never-ending stream of boxes for like the last 2 weeks. Just fucking Christmas presents and birthday presents and oh. I buy so we buy presents for like my best mate's kids. So it's not just my kid I have to buy presents for. It's three more kids who live up north that I have to buy presents for as well. I'm not,
It's just all kids.
yeah,
It might as well be at this point.
and it's so much fucking money. And obviously, like, spoil my kid, stuff for the wife, you know. And the problem is we're at the point. You know, I say it every year. We're at this point where if we want something, we just go and buy it. And the only time we
Yeah,
don't do that is when it's expensive, which means Christmas is expensive.
yeah.
It's basically why I waited for Black Friday. Yeah. Black Friday
Uh,
not as
I
big a
uh, I
deal as it
also
used to be.
I also bought presents for my Reddit Christmas Secret Santa.
I didn't realise you did Reddit Secret Santa.
Yeah, I do. I do them occasionally. I don't do them every year. I did for a little while. I was doing like loads across the year because they have loads of different ones.
Yeah.
I did a How I Met Your Mother one at one point. I've done a Formula One one. I've done the Christmas one like 3 or 4 times now. I decided to just do it this time round because why the fuck not? So I bought my my recipient was a Brooklyn Nine-Nine fan, so I bought her a signed set photo.
Ooh. Very nice.
Yeah, so there's that.
Cool.
I mean, I do the Secret Santa stuff, and it's like I almost never spend more than like a fiver,
Yeah.
or well, more than like 10 maybe. At a push, I'll go to 20, just because not everyone will throw loads of fucking money into these things.
No.
And as nice as it would be to gift like a ridiculous amount of money to someone on it, you'll always possibly have the like. I think I've been a recipient of like a couple of Pokemon badges once,
Yeah.
and that was it. It was literally just the three latest generation starter Pokemon. I think it was the one with Froakie. Yeah, I think
Okay.
I got a set of badges from the three starter Pokemon from that generation, and that was it. That was my entire present.
Oh.
And I was like, you kind of look at that and go, this is a bit shit, and I kind of regret spending 50 quid on whoever it was that I got. Well, it's a different person that I get to what who got me, but you do feel a little bit like you've been given the shit end of a stick.
Yeah.
And it's not, I suppose, it's not exactly the point. Obviously, it's about making someone feel happy, but if someone's gifted that to you, then they've clearly just gone, yeah, I'm going to gift this, and hope that I got like I don't know a day trip out on a hot air balloon or something.
That would suck, wouldn't it?
Yeah, some people get really lucky, I guess. I've
Yeah.
seen some people get like ridiculous presents from Secret Santas, whereas they've like matched with someone who's like a fucking millionaire.
Nice.
I think someone was actually given a Tesla in the past before on a
Wow.
Secret Santa. Well, on a Reddit gift exchange anyway.
Yeah.
I was like, what the fuck?
Why can't I get that?
So why can't I be that lucky to get a fucking Secret Santa who gives out fucking cars?
Yeah. Jesus.
So yeah. Um. So news, and we have one-ish piece of news.
Well, yeah, there's only one bit I actually thought was worth talking about because, you know, looking at game news at the moment, it's all a bit dead.
Yeah. Well, it's the end of the year. There's no massive acquisitions in the pipeline for studios because nobody's doing anything at this point.
No,
Getting and there's no huge games apart from Cyberpunk coming in the next month.
no.
That means that there's a studio that's going to be working on not anything. So it's like it's a pretty empty month. But we do have one little cool piece of news, which is that the Resi 3 remaster release make boot
Remake.
thing
Yeah. No, it's not.
rebuild
It's not a reboot because it's the same game. It's not a remaster because it's a remade version of the same game. It's a remake.
rebuild redesign reclaim.
Yeah.
There we
So,
are.
so some new artwork for RE3 Nemesis
Yeah.
appeared on the PlayStation Store, which I believe was very quickly taken down afterwards. But it has a scary-looking, redesigned Nemesis, who also looks a little bit like a serial killer.
Ooh.
If you kind of look at the picture of it, it doesn't strike you straight away that there's like pipe work going from his front and over his shoulder. It looks like he's holding a giant knife. So he looks like, I don't know, the Creeper. With a redesigned Jill Valentine and Carlos Oliveira? I don't remember his
Yeah.
name.
I don't know.
But Carlos looks an awfully lot like Colin Kaepernick,
Yeah.
which just made me smile. Because it's been a long time since I played Resident Evil 3, and the only Carlos I ever actually think of when I think of Resident Evil is Oded Fair in the movies, and he does not look like Colin Kaepernick.
No.
Uh, but yeah, I loved Resi 2 when it came out earlier on this year, and I bought it in the Xbox Black Friday sales because I only rented it and really regretted only renting it. So when I got a free fiver from Xbox and for Black Friday, and it turned up in the sales for like 12 quid, I was like, fuck it, I'm buying Resi 2.
Yeah.
So at some point over the next, maybe over Christmas, I'll revisit it.
I will not probably because I got to my limit playing Resi 2 when I was playing around with Leon for a little
Yeah.
bit. I don't even think I got very far through the police station.
To be fair, you probably would have. Did you play the one-shot demo?
No.
Yeah. See, if you'd have played the one-shot demo, you probably would have gotten your fill just in that.
Probably.
But that's neither here nor there. You've played it now.
Yeah.
But unless you can think of anything else, mate, that's all the news I think was actually worth looking at.
No, I think that's it.
So you're not excited for Resi 3 then?
No, not in the slightest.
Oh, I'm quite looking forward to it. Nemesis was fucking scary.
I mean, if they were redo, I don't know what it is, but I actually don't mind Resi 4, and I finished Resi 4 in the past.
I don't think they would ever I don't think they would remake 4 like they have 1 and 2.
Is it because Resi 4 wasn't really something to remake? It's completely different from the ground up
Well, yeah,
because it's
a different,
totally new tech.
yeah, it's a different game, isn't it? It brought in the cameras and all that lot to make it a more modern day action shooter.
Well, it was a next gen
Ish.
console at the time compared
Yeah.
to the 1 and 2.
Uh,
So that would just take a remaster because it was, well,
Yeah.
only two gens ago.
I think didn't it get a remaster re-release on Xbox One? I'm sure it's been on Xbox One.
I think.
I think they all have been. So all the newer ones. I'm pretty sure 4, 5.
Yes, 4, 5, and 6. So I've got 5
Yeah.
and 6 on my Xbox, but I don't have 4.
Eh,
I like 5 and 6. Still need to play through on the hardest difficulty of 5. I'm partially through it.
fuck that.
It's fucking hard.
It is hard. That's why I'm not going to do it.
It's a lot harder than I remember because I know I did it before.
Yeah.
It's a lot harder than I remember. Even playing with the AI, it's fucking hard because yeah, even playing AI with unlimited ammo and giving them the fucking hand cannon, so everything they shoot dies in one hit.
Yep. No, no, it's too hard, mate. It's not for me.
Their attack reaction's way too slow.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I literally have Sheva running around hand cannon and just like all health items and just running around as my pack mule.
Nice. Uh, yeah. So I guess that's all the news there is then, mate.
That's all the news there is. So we then move on to a lovely what we've been playing. And the answer to this is a couple of games,
Yeah.
but not individually, a couple of games together.
Yeah. So literally, my entire list of games for this episode is stuff that I've been playing with you.
Yep.
Uh,
And like on the space of 2 days as well.
yeah.
And it was fucking brilliant.
It was a laugh. It was good. Where do you want to start then, mate?
Start with the obvious one, the one we spent the most time doing because it was the reason why we did the co-op stuff in the first place.
Okay. Well, this was for you because I've already played and talked about this game on the podcast, so I will let you
Okay.
take that one on.
So this stemmed from me seeing a random tweet about Man of Medan getting a buddy pass,
Yeah.
which has occurred on a couple of games now where they've had buddy passes, where they've just decided out of the blue to go, you know what, let's throw co-op onto it. We've got it to work. Not not many people are going to go out and buy another copy of the game or go out and buy a copy of a game that don't already own it, and not many people are going to play it if they don't already own it.
Yeah.
So a buddy pass system works brilliantly. And for people like me who are completely terrified of all things horror, I'm guessing you were a little surprised when I said, "Can we play it?"
Well, I thought you were joking when you said, I'll play this with you. And I was like, well, yeah, no, you won't. Because I know you don't do horror. Like, remotely do horror. So I was a little surprised, yeah.
But you know what it was?
Go on.
It was you sold it to me because of the amount of passion you throw towards it, with it being like because it was the whole Fright Fest thing. You absolutely adore the chap that made it, and you were. I'm surprised you didn't get a signed copy of it in some way or another.
Well, to be fair, it wasn't out when...
Yeah, but I'm surprised you didn't stalk him to his own house or something.
Yeah. I love talking to developers. I know nothing about making games. I just like playing them. But I love talking to developers. Like when we were at XO19 the other day.
You were just talking to a guy from Playground Games
Yeah,
who...
I started talking to a guy, and he was telling me about how he was, they were sending models, Lego designed models of cars off to manufacturers and that to get their approval, and off to Lego so Lego would okay it and shit like that. And I was like, this is fucking amazing. It's same as I know nothing about making films, but I love watching films and I adore talking to filmmakers because they've always got a story of how they had to do something really fucking crazy to get a shot done.
Yeah.
I love stuff like that. So I was already interested in Man of Medan, and obviously when they turned up at Fright Fest, I was like, I've got to go see this guy. And because actually my one and only question for him was about co-op, because obviously it had been advertised from day one that this was going to be a co-op game. But my thing with co-op in horror is that as a rule, I don't find it works.
It removes the scare factor because you've got someone else to help.
Well, it's not just that. So, like, especially jump scares. So jump scares requires both parties to be in a certain spot at a certain time for the jump to work. That's not something you can guarantee. And if you have to wait for both parties to be together at the same time, you building up tension. I'm sitting there getting all tense with the music while you're dicking around looking at a picture on the wall.
Yeah.
There's no tension involved anymore. So the jump scare just doesn't work.
Or more specifically, when playing Man of Medan, because the only gripe I have for it is that when the cameras and the controls on the game are a bit iffy at best. But you had a jump scare of a rat that didn't show up for me, obviously, because you'd already done it. And I was trying to find my way to get to you.
Yeah. But this was it. So that happened to me, and then so it was a rat jumping out of a washing machine. So to keep it realistic, they're not going to have another rat jump out of a washing machine for you.
No.
And there's no way, even if you were standing next to me when I hit the button, you wouldn't have seen, or you might have seen the rat come out, but you wouldn't have got the jump scare because it was a looking into the washing machine and it came out from under something thing. But what Man of Medan did, and I knew it was going to do this again because I asked the guy at Fright Fest, was you and I played separate bits of the story as separate characters.
Yes.
So we'd be in some occasions completely different parts of the story, the ship, the whatever, opposite ends of the map from each other doing stuff.
Yeah.
Sorry, carry on. I was supposed to let you talk. Sorry.
Well, no, you talking about the mechanics quite well for it. So yeah, there were times where I was at the very start. We were playing as a couple of sailors. For the people who've not played Man of Medan, it starts in World War II as you're a couple of American soldiers. And one of you goes and does a little fight with a doll, and we both fucked up on the last part. Whereas the other one goes off and visits a fortune teller and gets the fortune told with a little Chinese, Korean, Vietnamese style tile. I don't know.
Yeah.
I got a flower and you got, I think, a rabbit, did you say?
Yeah, something like that, or a fish or something.
Yeah. Don't know what that means or anything like that.
No.
Or whether it's got any relevance in the future. And then on the ship, it was the devolved story. You were in the sick bay, I was in the brig.
Yeah.
I was wandering around inside the brig, and I didn't get a chance to open up everything because you'd got to me earlier than that. So that was that changed something a bit later on that was a bit confusing for me, but only because I was in that area.
Yeah.
And then the story kind of moved into a weird little horror-y element where people were dead, running around the ship with guns out. It's a bit confusing. Didn't really know what was going on. Your character had a different horror thing, so you were following
Yeah,
child.
so I was following a little kid that was running around the ship.
Yep, and I was following you, but I couldn't tell if the character I was playing as actually had something that they were scared of at any given moment, or something that was the mechanic of the whole point of the horror element of the ship. I don't know what my character was seeing that yours wasn't.
From
Is
what I can gather, because when you play single player, you play as the character I was playing as.
Yeah,
So I've never played as the character you were playing as. From what I can gather, you were seeing me,
yeah,
but what I was doing in my game is not what you were seeing me doing in your game. So while I was hallucinating a fucking kid running around the ship and I was following him, you were actually hallucinating me doing stuff.
yeah. I think it's possible. I don't know if that's perfect because I think I might have seen some dead bodies you didn't see. It's possible.
Yeah.
But the only time that we really split at all was that randomly, right at the end of the prologue section, you walked into a room and I followed you in there immediately afterwards, and then we got the cutscenes of that bit.
Yeah.
And the cutscene of what you got was the weird child, and my cutscene was you dying and telling me to hide, and I had the options of either investigate or hide.
Yeah.
I opted for hide and got killed by you shooting me.
Well, I think you might
Well,
have deserved it.
Yeah, I feel like I made the right choice because I was told to hide, so I did, and then you shot me
Yeah.
because you're a dick.
Yep.
Whereas I don't know what would have happened if I'd opted for the other option. Would I have? Because I'm guessing you would have just shot the kid
unknown.
anyway.
I have no idea.
I'm guessing you had the option to. What were your options for what happened?
I didn't have any.
Oh, you just shot.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So I'm guessing that you would have just shot me as I was standing there if I'd gone to investigate.
Possibly.
because you were going to shoot the kid one way or the other, and then
Yeah,
die of fright.
yeah. But that's what happened.
Yeah.
My character died of fright.
And then it moves to the modern day setting, and you have what the two brothers of Brad and Alex. Alex being the older brother, Alex's girlfriend Julia, her brother Conrad, and the boat captain Fliss. So there's five characters to try and keep alive till the end of the game.
Yeah.
We were not successful in that endeavor.
No, no, we were not.
Um, we both got one killed each. Mine was actually killed because of bullshit mechanics. I take no blame whatsoever for Conrad dying because at one point in a quick time event battle of climbing a ladder, the game threw up the pause screen from a poor network connection between us.
Yeah.
And then in the time it was for it to, because it was still playing in the background rather than actually pausing the game. And then there's a weird countdown timer of 5 seconds when you select ready
Yeah.
before it actually gives you the control of the game. At which point, before the timer had run out, the Y button had appeared on the screen for me to press it for my QuickTime event. So I pressed it, which then opened up the gamer card for Brooker because that's what the Y button does.
Yeah.
Is it gives you the gamer card of your partner,
Yeah.
meaning that I then missed said button press for the QuickTime event, meaning Conrad fell to his death.
Yeah.
So yeah, so I missed a QuickTime event based on poor mechanics and poor internet connection between us.
Yeah, so my biggest gripe, and I think I mentioned this previously when I spoke about playing Man of Medan the first time. My biggest gripe about it was the terrible, terrible input lag from the controller to the game, which meant I was constantly failing QuickTime events, and it was infuriating to the point that I switched the accessibility options on so that they wouldn't time out,
Yeah.
which is not an option in co-op, as we
No.
discovered.
Yeah, we discovered that the accessibility options because you told me about that, so I went to
Yeah,
turn it on. It says only available in single player,
yeah.
so that was a bit sad. And
Uh, Another one is the jolty and, well, ironically, considering what we've been talking about already today, the very fucking Resident Evil camera and character controls. So it's mostly fixed-ish camera and very poorly laid out maps for characters to walk around.
yeah,
The thing
yeah,
about Man of Medan was, and what sold it to me was it was a fun story, and it had some good scares, and I'm a sucker for most things horror, so I'm quite forgiving of shit like that if I can figure my way around it, like the accessibility options. And my prime gaming years were playing games like Resident Evil, on the PS1. Shoddy fucking running around is my bread and butter.
yeah. Well, no, you know what? The story, brilliant. The it was a very tense game, and it was really fun to play. And the moments where I was playing as characters and you were playing as characters, it made it feel a lot more real. And I think that it could have been quite interesting to have played it without being able to talk to you because it's a shared story as opposed to co-op.
Yeah. So
So there were some elements where it felt like if we were playing and not able to talk to each other, then it could have been a lot more interesting because we
yeah,
feel like there was moments where I was playing as a character and you were playing as the character that I was hallucinating about.
yeah, yeah. So it dawned on us at about halfway through our playthrough. Our playthrough only took 5 hours
Yeah,
tops. So it dawned about halfway through that I was actually, this is probably better off not being played with a headset in a party. You're probably better just booting up the game and not having your mate on the other end of a phone where you can talk about what's going on. because a big portion of that game relies on surprise and not knowing what's going on your mate's screen.
Yeah. Well, so there was like weird little things where it was like I was trying to do QuickTime events, and because of the whole hallucination factor, it does feel a bit like what you're doing and what you're seeing isn't necessarily true, and
Yeah,
your partner is there with someone completely different.
yeah,
And well, there was one point where you thought you were walking around with me, and I was walking around with someone else, and then we realized we just got the characters the wrong way around
yeah.
because the characters' names are not memorable,
No, they're not. No,
and as people, they're also not that memorable.
no, not really.
Yeah,
It's definitely it's a far cry from Until Dawn. It does not compare to Until Dawn even remotely, but I really enjoyed it.
I still like how he managed to get someone shot in the head and they survived.
I was quite surprised. I genuinely thought we'd fucked up really nice and early on.
Yeah, I thought that it's like when you were bragging, saying that oh yeah, well, I played this first time round, I fucked up a lot and I didn't get anyone killed.
Well,
And
it wasn't
it's
really
like
a brag.
first,
It
it's
was
like
more of
third
a
out.
it was more of a when you play Until Dawn. Like Until Dawn is ridiculously unforgiving. That the slightest jolt or the slightest missed quick time event, and you can lose two characters in one go. And it is brutally unforgiving. Whereas Man of Medan, completely by accident, I managed to get to the end of it without losing a single person.
Yeah, and on this one, it was literally like quick time event right at the start of
Yeah,
me, and I fucked it completely.
yeah,
And it's like character gets shot in the head. Turns out it was just a graze.
yeah.
No, it wasn't even a quick time event. It was a conversation piece
It was.
where I literally said to the person, "It's like you put your gun down," and instead he gets tackled and shoots.
Yeah. No, be
You know,
shot.
yeah, shoots someone. I was like, oh, okay. Considering the other option was surrender,
Yeah,
I thought the better option was to not do that.
yeah,
In considering the position I was in with a knife to someone's throat, was that surrendering when versus that was yeah. I thought I made the right choice. Turns out someone got shot in the head, but they survived.
yeah. But yeah, it was good. I enjoyed playing that actually. It was good to go back to
Yeah,
it a second time. It was interesting having played it once before.
yeah. So because I'm now borrowing it from Brooks, I'm gonna play it at some point in the near future. Just need to throw the disc in the disc tray and give it a smash and see what
Yeah,
I can
why
get out
not?
of it. Yeah, and hope that I can keep people alive and see some other parts of the story that I didn't see last time. Because I'm guessing that
Yeah, because there are. So obviously, when you play single player, you play through every scene in the story. Obviously, options and decisions and that dependent. 'Cause there are some things you won't see if other things happen.
yeah, I'm guessing that there were times when I was playing as character A and you were playing as character B, where it will just be me playing as that character
Uh,
rather than having both sides of it.
no, you'd get both sides of it. So you'll play as character A and then play as character B.
Even
So
on the parts where it's the things like, I mean, I get it for things where we're both playing in completely different areas. So where I was
I
playing
know.
as
For times when those characters are in the same place at the same time, then no.
okay,
But for example, so when you just past the opening scene of the game, so a lot of people might have seen this from like trailers and that. So you, basically the premise of the game is that 5 people go out into the ocean to do a dive, go looking for a wreck, and they spend time on the boat and all that kind of. They make a
yeah,
jolly out of it. So one of the scenes is two of you go underwater and go and search a wreck at the bottom of the ocean,
yep,
and then the people up top are visited by like other people on other boats.
yep.
Okay,
And
so
I'm guessing you play both scenes.
so you will play both scenes. So when you and I played, so you played the people on, or you played the scene under the water, I played the scene up on the boat.
Yep.
When you play in single player, you play both of those scenes, one after the other.
Okay.
The story still ties together. It doesn't make a difference, but you just get to play all the scenes, and
Yeah.
you get to make the decisions you fancy making.
Yeah. So okay. So whether the actual splits happen, I'm guessing is that they play both. But when it's, I don't know, the scene of
So the
the
scene
where
you almost spoiled earlier,
the scene where I got Conrad killed because
yeah,
of bad mechanics.
yeah,
Would I play both parts of that? Or would it
no,
just the?
you only play as Conrad.
Okay, that's fine.
Yeah,
That makes more sense.
yeah,
Because the characters are together that we're
yes,
playing as.
yeah.
Got it. So it's the where the character we're playing as the characters, or when we were playing as um,
Well, same as in
Alex and Julia when we
yeah,
were trying to walk away from the dude in the water.
yeah. But it's the same as the opening scene. In the opening scene, I
You
played as
play
one
as
soldier, you played as
yeah,
another.
yeah,
When you play a single player, you just play the one
just play as
scene.
one soldier. Got it.
Yeah.
That makes sense. All right. So yeah, I'm probably going to play Man of Medan hopefully before the end of the year.
It's not in my top of the year, only because I played a couple of very good games, and as much as I loved it, the mechanics let it down horribly.
Yeah.
Uh, but I am hoping for big things from the next one. I think I said that when I played it before, and
Yeah.
I definitely said it when we were talking. You get the little preview of the next one, which looks very, very Silent Hill.
Yes.
So the next episode in the Dark Pictures anthology.
And I don't know if I'd be okay with playing that
I
because it
all,
looked a lot more
it
terrifying than
looks
this one.
very scary.
Yeah.
Don't worry, mate. I'll play it first and let you know if you can do it.
Uh, so after Man of Medan, it's like it was on Sunday, and Brooker said that he had until 2 o'clock. We finished Man of Medan, and it was what, just gone midday, maybe half 12-ish.
Yeah,
So we thought, well, rather than waste the rest of the time that we've got together, seeing as we had a bit more time to play some stuff, we decided to jump on and play. Because we were just talking about random co-op stuff and how we
yeah,
had loads of stuff to play. So we played a bit of Call of Duty Spec-Ops.
yep.
How did that go, Brooks?
That did not go well.
No, we did not.
It was a lot of fun, but fuck me, is Spec Ops hard.
Yes.
Uh,
Well, there was, to be fair, there was two of us
yes,
rather than the four that you would normally play with.
yes, it's definitely meant for four people, and I think it's heavily weighted to get the maximum amount of people in there that you can, because the two missions that we played, they were so difficult and so like you got so heavily overwhelmed with people.
Yeah.
It's just honestly an impossibility. No, okay, probably not an impossibility, but you'd need to be far more skilled than at least I am at Call of Duty,
Yep.
and a damn sight more lucky than I was.
Yes. Well, the first one that we tried to do was like a tower defense,
Yeah,
essentially. So horde mode, and it drops off for each wave, I
yeah,
guess. It drops off a couple of kill streaks. Now I've played it with more people. You get a kill streak per person.
yeah,
So playing with two, you only get two kill streaks, a sentry gun, and I got a minigun out of it,
yeah.
which is not enough for what it is that you're doing.
No, and you need extra cover. So we obviously had two of us covering quite a lot of ground, and it also meant we tended to get flanked quite a bit.
Yeah, so we were focusing on being attacked from the front, which was pretty obvious because there was a massive amount of open space ahead of us.
Yeah,
And at one point, there was a couple of guys with mortar turrets.
yeah.
And I pulled a sniper rifle out and just shot the guys on the mortars just to make things a bit easier for us. But while that was happening, we got fucking flanked
Oh
by
yeah,
a load of
people
guys
literally
on trucks.
driving trucks up our asses. It was, it was not a fun time.
No. So that was fun. So we decided to not bother with trying to do that one anymore. After like, what was it, 4 attempts? And there's like, yeah, this is just not working at all. Let's try the other one.
Yeah,
And the other one went better slightly.
yeah. Only in as much as we lasted more than 6.5 seconds.
Yes. So, I mean, what was the gold standard was to do it in less than 3 minutes. Silver was to do it in less than 6 minutes. Once we managed to last more than 6 minutes before dying.
Yeah,
That's not totally accurate. We managed to last more than 6 minutes a couple of times, but for the most part, we were not making 3 minutes.
no.
Not just not succeeding the mission, but just not surviving.
No. Again, you would need 4 people. So that particular mission, it gather 3 lots of intel from 3 different buildings, and then exfil out. So one of you gets to control a helicopter, which is great because the air cover is superb. But
Yes, I was.
inside of buildings, absolutely useless.
Yep.
And for the most part, you can't even see. Even when you've got your heat map on, you can't see anybody in the buildings. And the amount of times I got cornered in that building, suddenly magically 9 people pointing guns at me, like fucking hell.
Yeah. So, I mean, though it was entirely our fault at least a couple of times, where one time I killed you.
Yeah.
Because I was just firing rounds into the door of a building because I knew there was a fuck ton of guys in there. So I was just firing into it, and you just ran in there and got shot a lot by me.
Yeah.
Uh,
I ate like 12 missiles in one go. It was great.
yeah. There was another time where, again, entirely my fault, because I'd thought, I know, I'll pick up the EBR-14 rifle, which is basically an M14.
Yeah.
Yeah, an M14, and thought that I know I can just use this. Yeah, that doesn't work because the shots don't kill in one shot, which you'd be expecting, for one, and two, it doesn't reload particularly quickly. So running around with the M4 and a shotgun was the much better option.
Yes, it was.
It took a lot of attempts to realize that running around with frag grenades and flashbangs was not the right choice, and going C4 and snapshot grenades was the better option.
Yep.
Because I was using the snapshots to be able to tell where the enemies were. And even you said that when you were flying around in the helicopter. I was like, why are there loads of red people?
Yeah, that was it. The first time I used it, I was like, what the fuck is that? I can see people in the building. I just did this. Do it again.
Yeah.
I can't do anything about it because they're in the building and I'm outside in the helicopter, but do it again.
But it was nice to know that they were there.
Yeah.
A couple of times just like sort of flying around in the helicopter, and then all of a sudden the game would just sort of end because Brooker had been cornered and shot.
Yeah.
I know for definite that the game's spawning mechanics for Spec-Ops is fucking awful because I stood at an intel collection point.
Yeah.
Pressed X to collect the intel, and I saw a dude spawn in next to me.
Yeah.
He wasn't there before, and then all of a sudden, I just like corner of my eye, I see just like a flash of something arriving on my screen as I was about to turn right to leave the building, and then I see a guy standing there, and it's like, fuck, I need to kill him quickly.
Yeah.
So, yeah, I think what was the furthest we managed to make was getting to point C, you flying.
Yeah.
And then I realized there was a juggernaut in the building, and you said run outside, bring him outside. So I did, into a massive crowd of people.
Yeah. So this is the problem. So if there's 3 of you in the building, you might have had a chance against the juggernaut. But on your own, you're he's gonna wipe the floor with you. So I was like, if you can get him somewhere near the outside, just near a door.
Near a door, and then or like a hole in the wall or something.
And I'll rocket him, and it'll be fine. But
get the helicopter to shoot at him. But yeah, I've played a couple of Spec Ops missions. I've killed a couple of juggernauts in Spec Ops missions. Do you know what gun I had at the time?
Go on.
A fucking sniper rifle.
Nice.
I had a big 50 cal sniper rifle, and I shot him in the head 3 times, and then died.
So when you're
close quarters and you don't have any of that stuff, you can't do it.
No. So when you only meet a juggernaut once in the campaign, and you're given quite a lot of flashbangs. Maybe I should flashbang him. So basically, it took me 2 or 3 attempts to beat him, as I was like, oh, there's flashbangs here. Maybe I should use those. Oh yeah, look at this. Look how easy it is when I just do nothing but flashbang him. But yeah, you definitely, at the very least, one more person. So if you're downed, they can come get you.
Yeah, that was the biggest flaw, was because, I mean, when you were flying around and you got taken out by the rockets, because sometimes they were just firing rockets fast and you could do anything about it, but you'd get another helicopter.
Yeah.
We originally thought that, you've been downed out the helicopter, you'll just play and join in on foot.
Yeah.
No, you get another helicopter, which, let's be honest, pretty fucking useful.
Yeah. Oh, absolutely.
But if I got downed, or you got downed while on foot, that was it. The mission needed restarting.
Yeah, because there's nobody there to come get you. Whereas at least when we were playing the Horde mode one, because we were both on the map, if you were down, there was a chance of me coming to get you, or vice versa.
Or more likely, what happened was one of us got downed. The other person would be able to run over there and then get downed probably by the same person.
Yep, yep. I'm not being funny, mate. We are not good at Call of Duty.
We're not good at Call of Duty Spec-Ops.
I'm not good at Call of Duty, full stop. The campaign I'm good at because I can drop it to easy and use auto aim.
Yep. Well, so far the campaign's been pretty easy for me. I've not got any further since the last time we've talked about it, obviously.
No.
But I am okay at the multiplayer.
No, I'm not.
The multiplayer is not as hard as playing fucking Spec Ops.
And this one is very... I don't know... I don't think it was like it when I first played Black Ops 4, but I didn't play Black Ops 4 for very long. And it was a different beast, because obviously it was Battle Royale mode. But, yeah, everybody running around and just knee sliding everywhere. I'm like, oh, just fuck all of you. I'm going to go back and play Hitman.
I watched... I was playing a game because they added Crash, the map from... I don't know if it was Modern Warfare 2 or 1 that it was originally in.
Unknown.
I know it was definitely in 2.
Yeah.
Because it's a really good map. It's the one with the broken helicopter in the middle of a courtyard.
Yeah, I know the one you mean.
Which is what makes me feel like it's actually from Modern Warfare 1, because the broken helicopter stuff's from the nuclear bomb. Yeah. I'm guessing. Anyway, I digress. I saw someone running directly at one of my friends and do a slide.
Yep.
It was like while I was on the top of the main tower, and it's like as if, and his feet actually touched my friend, like he was like going in for like a football slide tackle. My mate had a shotgun, so it didn't go very well for the dude doing the slide.
No.
But I was like literally just commented and saying, that dude tried to slide tackle you. And he was like, yep. I was like, didn't work though. Nope. Yeah. It was it's an odd experience seeing people just sprinting around and sliding when they go around corners and doing all sorts. But the pre-fire is really coming back. Seeing a lot of people firing before they walk around corners.
Yeah.
Just because they think that someone might be there.
Yeah. I had a couple of games with one of the lads from work, because obviously crossplay is a beautiful thing.
Yep.
He plays on PS4, I play on Xbox One, and we played together for a couple of games. And yeah, he was saying like he was knee sliding everywhere, and he'd die, I'd die almost instantly as I was following him around the corner, because I had no fucking chance of spotting the dude on the floor, just mowing people down with a not a submachine gun, a blind machine gun.
Yep.
Yeah, it's not my game.
I
mean, I used to say a lot that Battlefield's my game, but I'm pretty sure if I picked up Battlefield,
it wouldn't be your game anymore.
It wouldn't be my game anymore.
Yeah.
Do you know what my game is, mate?
Hitman.
Hitman.
Yes, it is.
Apparently,
yes, it is.
Even in multiplayer.
It's like, how many multiplayer games or co-op games have we played where it's like, even going back to the last game that you said was your game, was where we played Wipeout on the Vita.
Yeah.
Back at Walton days. We decided to play brings our Vitas into work instead of actually doing work for a bit.
Yeah.
We played a bit of Wipeout and I smashed you to pieces.
Yeah, it's not many games I could actually legitimately beat you at.
Yeah. But
I'm okay with that.
Hitman is, to be fair, I will concede Hitman to you because I know how much you love it, and I know how much that even if I had been playing Hitman before we'd gone around to playing Hitman Ghost Mode,
yeah,
I would have definitely still not beaten you. I don't think. I think that there were enough things that went your way. I mean, comparatively, there were things that went my way, obviously, and I definitely should have done things a lot better in certain scenarios. But I do feel like in the random drop scenario, I didn't capitalize on the things that went my way, even remotely close to as well as you did.
No, I'll be honest. So the thing with Ghost Mode and Hitman in general, right? So it's about knowing the mechanics and how things react in game. So the basic premise of Ghost Mode, for those who haven't played, is you're both Agent 47, and you both have the same target, but you're in different games. You're on the same map. I can see what John's doing, John can see what I'm doing, but nothing I do will affect John's game, and nothing John does will affect mine. So if I blow something up in the middle of the map, it's not going to affect John's game at all.
No.
Which I quite like. So it's it's very similar. It reminded me a lot of Assassin's Creed multiplayer.
Yeah.
It had that same kind of feel to it. So what you have to do is you don't have to. Obviously, you're given a target. It's the same target. You go after the guy. You kill him, and it has to be an unnoticed kill.
Yep.
If it's noticed, it doesn't count. It has to be an unnoticed kill, and the body has to be unnoticed for 10 seconds. So that stops you from just killing him silently, because you can walk up and silently poison people and walk off, and that's an unnoticed kill. But if the body's found within 10 seconds, it doesn't count.
Yep.
So the thing is, I've had a lot of practice making that game do exactly what I want so I can do things in it. So, it's how you do elusive targets. And it's, if you want to do them quickly, you have to figure out how to make the game not notice what you're doing. So the first kill I fucked up, I think.
I fucked up the first kill, actually.
Yeah, you fucked up the first kill. I got the second kill. Right, it was the second kill. So the second kill, I killed the guy in a corridor with people near him just looking the other way. And one of those people was a guard who was going to turn around and see him. But because I only have to have him unnoticed for 10 seconds, all I have to do is make the kill, and then before the guard turns around, just flick a coin in front of him. Because even if he doesn't go to look at the coin and somebody else does, it keeps the character busy long enough for my kill to count.
Yep.
And that's all I needed to do, was make it so that nobody looked in my direction for 10 seconds. Afterwards, if you turned around and saw the body, it's not a problem. As long as I'm not armed and I'm not near the body, they don't suspect me and it's fine. But it's more about... Mate, I've spent more hours in Hitman 2 in 2019 than I have all my other games combined.
Correct.
I think it's okay for me to have a slight advantage.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, you won 5-2.
Yes.
It would have been a lot closer, but the first kill, the game fucked me a little bit, I feel. Because there was a dude who'd walked off, because there was two guys standing next to the first target. One was a cameraman, just race marshal. One fucked off, walked off to the other end of the bridge that he was on. The other dude was looking onto the track. And then I silently took down the dude, the target, and as I was snapping his neck, for some reason the dude just heard what it was that I was doing and turned around. I was like, "You're not supposed to do this, at all. You're completely engrossed in what it is that you're doing. I'm doing a silent assassination right now. Why the fuck are you able to just hear this and turn around?" Because it was almost immediate. As soon as I started choking him out, he turned around as if to say, "What's that noise?"
Yeah. Yeah.
Which I've never had happen to me, and I've done stuff behind people's back, right next to them.
Yeah. So the subdue isn't necessarily silent. There are. I don't know what the factors are, but I've definitely seen it make people react. So I tend to, if there's two people close together, I don't do that. If I'm trying to be silent, or obviously in Ghost Mode you have to be, but if you're just playing the game. But I've unlocked stuff for in-game, so I've got a trank gun and all that kind of shit. I'm pretty bulletproof as an assassin in the standard game.
Well, the thing is that I actually had a trank gun at that point, and I kind of regret not using it at that point. But I did use it a bit later on. And then the last one that you got, where you had...
Oh, that was...
so annoying that you had the guy walking along and there was no one around, and he just walked completely behind a wall.
He just walked into a nice little dead safe. I did feel a little bit guilty for that, but to be fair, to make that happen, I was killed and respawned in the time it took you to find him. And me getting into a gunfight and then having to run and find somebody to get in, find a different disguise to get into, meant people were looking at other things. It's the
Yeah.
only reason I got that lucky, but I did have to die for that to happen.
Yeah. So I didn't die at all throughout the entirety of it, so I feel like the moral victory on that one is that no deaths. But it was like the last target, he walked behind a wall and I was following him, but I couldn't do anything about it because there was a couple of people sitting on one of the benches.
Yeah,
I was like, if I tried to kill him, it would have been noticed. And you put him down, like right in front of the people that were sitting on the bench on my screen.
yeah,
Literally, I saw you start choking him in your game, and you kneel yourself down as you're putting him down. And I was like, well, this is just not fair. You're doing it directly in front of something that I can't do.
yeah,
So, yeah, it was entertaining to say the least. And I'll be honest, I did fuck up one of the other kills by trying to fuck up one of your kills
yeah,
because I threw a ghost coin at you as you were about to put someone down near some guards.
yeah,
I threw a ghost coin to try and get him to walk around, and he did, but not in time to stop your kill, but enough time to stop mine.
yeah. Nice.
So I fucked myself.
Well, to be fair, I fucked up my own second to last kill, what should have been my last one, by just rushing things and killing a guy in front of a guard I didn't see. But I think that's supposed to be like half the fun. I really enjoyed Ghost Mode as a concept. I like it. I hope it's built up a bit more in Hitman 3,
Yeah.
which has been confirmed and is coming.
Yep. I'd love to play more Ghost Mode with you, but again, it's all well and good saying that we're going to play something together, but finding time.
Yeah, the problem is a lot of, because we said this when we were playing as well. Like there's only 2 maps available. There's Miami, which is the racetrack, and Santa Fortuna, which is the cartel town.
And that I've never played.
Well, yeah, and the problem is that a lot of it will be, map knowledge will help a lot because there's a fucking underground cave system in Santa Fortuna. If you don't know about it, you're just gonna get lost, and you're gonna get your ass handed to you because it's all fucking it's all a hostile area. It's just a nightmare. But yeah, I hope, because most of the Hitman team have moved on to start working on Hitman 3 now, so I'm hoping Ghost Mode makes another appearance. As long as they keep it trophy free like they have here.
Yep.
Because Assassin's Creed had that problem with trophy hunters, and they assigned so many trophies to multiplayer that it just turned into people just cheesing the multiplayer for their trophies and not actually playing it properly. What I prefer is no trophies for the multiplayer, and that way the only people that play it are the people that want to play it.
Yep. And I mean, I was looking at the subreddit for Hitman and various other couple of subreddits because we were both looking to see if there was any achievements to try, and that's what we were really kind of playing it for, to try and boost you up a little bit. It was like if there'd been an achievement for winning it, then I probably wouldn't have tried even remotely hard. But yeah, after seeing this, like loads of people saying that, oh yeah, Ghost Mode is fucking terrible because it's dead and loads of people are playing it. Nobody's playing it, but they're also the people that are playing it are being dicks about it and stuff.
Yeah, so that's the problem. That's what kills multiplayer modes like that. Is if it's because it's just one on one. There's no teamwork in it. It's just one on one, and people just rage quit.
Yeah.
Hey, you can't get challenges if you rage quit.
True.
So, but yeah, I did a little bit of Hitman on my own this week as well. It's literally my only other bit of gameplay. Was actually yesterday. I did because I'm still trophy or still achievement chasing on Hitman.
Yeah.
And one of the achievements is to finish each map, or each map has an achievement to finish on master difficulty, which is there's more cameras, there's guards are more suspicious of stuff, and they're more acutely aware of things, and you're only allowed one save point in the entire mission, which can be a ball ache. So I decided to mix that in and try and get my mastery at the same time. So I've done this on a couple of maps. So I play Master Mode, and I play for Suit Only, Silent, and Sniper Assassin at the same time. So you get all the extra points for the classics.
Oh yeah, yeah.
That was tense. So I was doing it on the bank mission yesterday, and that was tense because you have to do two things in the bank. You have to assassinate somebody, and you have to get data core either from a vault or
Yep.
from three separate targets. You have to knock out and or kill three separate targets and take their like portion of a hard drive. So the best way to do it, because getting the three targets is a nightmare, because 90% of the time they're out in the open, and you can't do that silently. You certainly can't do it suit only.
No.
So the best way to do it is to go get the thing from the vault, which takes a little bit of work, but I did it. But the problem is, you then have to carry this data core around in your suitcase, because it's an illegal item. If you're caught with it in your hands, you're engaged in combat straight away. But at the same time, I was carrying my sniper rifle around in my suitcase. So now that's on my back, which is also an illegal item. So no matter what you do, you're in an almost permanent alert state if anybody sees you.
You're permanently illegal.
Yeah. So it's very tense, and it took me about, I think, 25 minutes. I think after a little bit of practice, I think my final run was 25 minutes to get my kill and get the data core and get out unseen. It was fucking difficult, but like edge of your seat kind of tense. I really enjoyed it though. I'm really, really liking this game. I'm still going to be playing it into next year, I'm sure of it.
Game of the year.
Easily.
Despite not being in this year's game.
Easily. Mate, I've ploughed like 200 hours into this fucking game this year, and I know like there are people that do that, like have done that for Call of Duty since it came out 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
But I don't get that much time to game. So for me to have loaded 180, 200 hours into a game in a year and played other things is pretty fucking impressive for me.
Oh yeah, definitely.
And yeah, so I saw the December roadmap yesterday. We get a legacy elusive target and a brand new elusive target on the final mission. And then that is all the elusive targets done for Hitman. No more content, no more patches. That's the support for Hitman 2 done.
Imagine, right, the people who've got the ability to play 200 hours of Call of Duty since it came out like less than 4 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Imagine having that amount of time, right, and then being able to play Hitman.
I'd love it.
It's like if you had the amount of time to throw 200 hours into the space of what Call of Duty's been out, and you could just put that into Hitman, you would have probably platinumed Hitman, but on both consoles.
Yep. Almost
and
certainly.
PC.
Yep. But the thing is that, I mean, I'm doing the achievements just because it's something to do. It's a reason to keep playing. I'm just really enjoying playing it. And every time I put it on, I'm like, yeah, more Hitman. Cannot wait. I may be a little addicted to this game. But literally, I have nothing else to contribute to this, what we've been playing discussion. Because like I say, everything I've played the last couple of weeks, I've been playing with you.
Yeah,
and it just makes me want to play more co-op stuff that isn't the Division 2.
Well, I mean, the only other thing I can add to the conversation for Hitman is the fact that I can say, well, not even, sorry, for what we've been playing, rather. Sorry, I completely went left field, wrong on that one. And you know why that is? Is because I'm currently playing the game that I've been playing myself, and that is Football Manager 20.
Wow.
Yeah, I literally, like, I fired it up all of, like, maybe 30 seconds ago.
Fair enough.
But that's what I've been. The other thing that I've been playing, like, in the background while doing other things, so playing Call of Duty. It wasn't while we were playing Man of Medan, I promise you that, because that would have been way too much brain power to try and focus on both.
Yeah.
I mean, there are games that I can't play at the same time as playing Football Manager because it requires too much concentration. for some reason, strangely enough, City Skylines is one of them.
Fair enough.
I play City Skylines on my Xbox. That takes my full undivided attention,
Yeah.
and everything just like disappears around me. Man of Medan was another one. I can play COD multiplayer because there's usually nice gaps between actual matches where I can give Football Manager a couple of clicks.
Yeah.
But from what I've played so far, Football Manager 20 is better than 19, and I loved 19 over 18. I didn't buy 19; it was on Game Pass PC, which
Yeah.
was really useful, and I managed to do a fair amount of playing on it. But from what I've played so far of 20, I've done one season so far, Manager of Mines.
Yeah.
Uh, but it's doing all right for me so far. I am enjoying it. I'm really liking what I've managed to play out of it so far. Yeah, it's definitely been worth the whole £25 I spent buying it, which isn't bad for a brand new game because I got it like less than a week. It was actually no, because it came out on launch day, I think, for the Stadia.
Yeah.
And then after the debacle I had for getting my Stadia, and in the end not getting the Stadia, I bought Football Manager PC that weekend because I knew I wasn't getting the Stadia and therefore the Stadia version.
Okay.
So yeah, there's that. So now I've got Football Manager 20 on my laptop.
Nice.
That's great. Yeah, so really quite like having this.
Yeah.
It's a good fun game, and for anyone who's got Football Manager in the past and they're looking for an upgrade version, then yeah, 20, pretty decent. If you've got 19, it's a pretty decent upgrade on top of 19, but I wouldn't ever recommend buying someone a yearly title for a football game, even though I do it myself usually.
Yeah.
So, but like I said, I didn't buy 19, I just happened to play it, and 19 was taken off of Game Pass for PC. Or is getting taken off soon.
Yeah.
So, if at some point I find out that 20 is getting added onto Game Pass, I'll cry.
Well, I mean, this is the thing. So, Game Pass, I think, is amazing, and I use it pretty regular. But nothing quite beats owning the game myself.
Yeah,
You know, as games didn't like Darksiders 1 disappear from Game Pass earlier
yep.
on this month. Well, I own it on disc. If I want to play Darksiders 1, I can just install it and play it.
Yeah,
You know, and it's the same as like Hitman 1 is on Game Pass. I own it. So if it disappears from Game Pass and
you
I
can
want to
still
go
play
play
it.
Hitman 1, I can just reinstall it. It's fine.
Yeah,
You know, it, Game Pass is great for 99% of the time when I just want to play a game and never want to play it again. Much like using Boomerang as a rental service.
yep.
You know, I'd have Death Stranding set up on my shelf. At some point I would install it and play it. I've got no interest in buying it ever. But if I get halfway through it and go, actually I'm really liking this, I probably will buy it in case I want to play it again.
Yeah. So it would be really nice if Football Manager had stayed on Game Pass,
Yeah.
and I for definite probably would be keeping it if it was on Game Pass. But it's not so bad that it's gone now.
No.
Now that I think about it, it's just it. Don't get me wrong, it would have been lovely to have kept it, but I probably wouldn't have bought 20 if it had stayed
Yeah.
for much longer. And to be honest, having the game on Steam, which is what I have, is better than the Windows Games Windows Live stroke Xbox for PC version because you can't edit the data files
No.
on the Xbox PC versions, which means that you can't put kit packs and update team names and competition names
Yeah.
and things like that. So it does end up you lose a bit of immersion, especially when you've got for the latest one a bit of a license issue when it comes to Juventus. So to go with what Pro Evolution Soccer has license-wise for Juventus is that they've got Juventus, and on FIFA it's Piemonte Calcio. On Football Manager, it's Zebra.
Yeah.
So yeah, the licensing because Juve have spent a fortune. But the hilarious thing is that there's a new persistent folder, which means that if you reload your skin or load the save again, it has the potential of putting back those names, but
Yeah.
you can just delete those persistent folders anyway, so it doesn't really matter. Fucking brilliant.
Nice.
But companies, not so much companies. The various mods forums, so like FM Scout and FM Base and a couple of others,
Yeah.
have been given cease and desists from like Juventus's lawyers for putting kit packs of the Juve kits
Yeah.
into the game. So it's like and making them available to download. It was originally making them available to download for profit or for monetary gain.
Yeah.
So then they decided to remove the payment option for Serie A kits, which is the league that Juventus is in, and then they put out another cease and desist for any packs that contain the Juventus kits in them.
Yeah.
So yeah, so it's got to a point now where you can't download from most places the Serie A kits for Juventus. So yeah, they're swinging their dicks around a lot at the lawyers.
Yeah.
So yeah, their big legal dicks are being swung like motherfucking helicopters right now.
Well, if you've got the ability to do it,
Then fucking do it.
yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. So that's me and what I've been playing. That's you with what you've been playing. So
Yeah.
what have we got left to do? Not a lot.
No, I think that's us calling it a day, mate.
Excelente. So Brooks, where can people locate you?
People can find me. Best place to find me is on Twitter. As always, I'm at Brooker411 on Twitter.
Nice. I'm the John_CU on Twitter and on Xbox Live as Long Dong Silver. But if you're not interested in us as individuals and you just like us as our lovely voices, then the Character Unlock podcast is where you will find us. Also on Twitter and Facebook, where you will probably find relatively infrequent ramblings from one or both of us at some point in the future.
Yeah.
Or where you get updates about us uploading the episodes that you are frequently listening to every 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Our next episode is essentially our end of year one because we realised that we record on New Year's Day and we'll probably therefore not be doing one for that week. However, our next episode in 2 weeks' time, we will be getting our lovely, close, bald friend Lee, and we'll be doing our end of year Millbrooks award show podcast. But not only that, we're going to add on our games of the decade, seeing as we are, in fact, at the end of the decade. No points for guessing what my number one game of the decade is. It was coincidentally the first game I played this decade as it came out in January of 2010.
Was it Football Manager?
No, it wasn't.
So I would be interested then in if anybody listening to this wants to message us on Facebook or Twitter or Instagram or anything and just let us know their games of the year, their worst games of the year if they want, their games and franchises of the decade. Be nice if we can get some bit of listener interaction between now and the next episode so we can read some of them out. So it's
Or
not
if you want to be on an episode in the future, just give us a shout.
Yeah. So it's not just you and me and Lee in our little echo chamber.
Yeah, I mean we've had a couple of people on before. We had the lovely Colm.
Yeah.
We had that really creepy video call.
That was fun. I like that.
Creepy Irish man in my on my laptop screen, calling me beautiful. That was weird. I liked it, but it was weird.
It's just because it was recording that time.
Yeah,
You like it when there's no recordings.
that's the one.
Right, before this goes down a dark alley that we don't want to really go down, quick, send us out, mate.
Yep. So that's us done. Enjoy the rest of the time that you've got without us until the next episode. Say goodbye, Mr. Brooks.
Goodbye, mate.
Bye, everyone.